afternoon, everyone. This is Tony from Her Homestead Skills. And if you've been watching my videos, you're probably aware that I have been spending a considerable amount of time in a garden patch, turning what was essentially a weed patch into a hopefully productive garden. I have planted just about everything that I want to plant. It is completely done. Some were plants that I started from seed a while back. Others I have just planted seed directly into the ground and now waiting for them to germinate. Fortunately, we have extremely hot weather for the next few days, and that should help any of my seeds that have not germinated to do so in the next couple of days. So most of the work that I have to do at this point is just keep an eye on the weeds and do a little bit of quite a bit of watering probably. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a rundown of the garden, and then we are going to, I've been to a couple of the shops. We are still under lockdown. The stay-at-home order expired June the 2nd, but that was separate from the shops being under lockdown. So they're still not allowed to open any more than what they were before. I believe that outdoor activities, some of them are allowed to open, like you can play golf perhaps. I don't golf, so it doesn't matter to me. Yes, it's getting a bit tiresome. Anyway, I do take a walk through some of the shops. I go to Giant Tiger. I did not bother with Walmart. Giant Tiger, Walmart, and Dollar Tree are probably three of the stores that you can actually walk into today. Everything else is shut tighter than a drum. You want product from any other store, you have to order it online and then do a curbside pickup. Somebody will run it out to your car for you after they've picked the order. So and I've done that. I've had to do that with my T-post and my fencing, and I found it really frustrating. But it's done, and hopefully, oh yeah, the only thing I need is a latch, and I'll wait till the store is open. So anyway, here's a little bit of a rundown of my day today. I went to the garden this morning, did a few little things, and then I ran around to some of the shops. Hope you enjoy this. Well, this is now the gated entrance to my garden. My son built me a gate. He had all the materials in stock, the hinges and the 2x2s, and the only thing that was missing is a latch, and I will wait to order one, or when I can walk into the stores and actually just pick one up. So this is my garden. It's as you can see, it's been planted, and some of the plots have topsoil laid on top of them as well. I probably still need to add more topsoil, but we'll wait till some of the seeds come up first. And I'm quite satisfied with everything that I've planted so far. The garden is totally planted except for one or two items that are still just too small to put in the ground. I've also planted a substantial amount of herbs. I love herbs, and I used to have an herb garden, a circular one. But the herbs were just planted pretty much anywhere. But they include basil, parsley, sage, rosemary, oregano, dill, comfrey, borage, chamomile. Actually, the comfrey isn't planted yet, but it is germinating, and when it gets a little bit larger, I will put it in the ground. So planted just about everything I want to, I believe. Now, the rutabagas, I have planted some, but I understand they're more of a cool weather crop, and I'm saving some seed to plant late fall, perhaps sometime July or August for a late crop that will hopefully do well. And in the fall, I will also plant some garlic. I may put some garlic cloves in the ground now as we speak as well, but I haven't done so as of yet. So the major crops, of course, are going to be beans and peas and pickles and tomatoes and peppers, and I do have cauliflower and broccoli and what else? Oh yeah, cabbage as well. So there are some lettuces and some radishes. There's just about everything. I've tried to also put a few flowers in there, and I may add more. The garden is always pretty with lots of flowers. And as you can see, the chives are doing quite well. Tomato plants are doing reasonably well considering how late they went in and how wind-blown they were. As I said, the cucumbers had suffered, but I did reseed, and the seeds are germinating, so they're fine. Oh yes, and Brussels sprouts here at the back, as well as raspberry bushes. So it's a fairly substantial garden. Has pretty much everything I want, and obviously there's always more herbs I'd love to plant, but at this point it is done for now, and if and when I can find spots for a few more things, I may do so. But that's the garden for now. Well, here I am at Giant Tiger. I believe Giant Tiger is just a Canadian chain, and not the U.S. is probably not familiar with it. I'm not sure about that though. And stocked to the rafters, waiting in anticipation for the doors to finally, or for people to finally be allowed to buy things. As you can see, most of it is still behind caution tape, not allowed to sell, do not touch, don't go there. Unless, of course, it's food, and that is why this store you can enter, because it does sell a reasonable quantity of food, a little bit more than, say, Dollarama or Dollar Tree. So yes, it's still, you still have access to the store inside, but nothing else. You're not allowed to touch anything else, or you can look at it, but you cannot buy. I certainly could use a new pair of flip-flops, and I believe this store has them available, but it'll be a couple of weeks yet. I'm not really interested in doing curbside pickup any more than I have to, so I'll wait till the store is open at this point. So that's Giant Tiger. As you can see, there's no shortages, and how could there be if you're not allowed to buy anything? So I suspect if there are going to be shortages, they'll show up 2 months down the road, after 2 months after the lockdown ends, and stock dwindles. But right now, you can see that everything's stocked to the gills, and the only thing you can buy is food and kitchen and cleaning products, pet food, things of that nature, what they consider essential. And here I've taken a quick trip to Canadian Tire to see what they have, and they certainly have a lot of garden mulches and soils and that, but all behind a gate, and you have to probably order it online and wait for pickup in order to get anything, and I just really can't be bothered with that. And here I've just taken a walk over to Canadian Tire's Garden Center, and as you can see, the sign only allows a maximum capacity of 3 people at a time. That's probably one of the worst ones that I've seen. I was asked to wait there for a few minutes, and I do, and then I just give up and walk away. And here I decided to visit a nursery. It's one of those hidden gems, and they have quite a few products stocked up. It's quite a lovely place. Nurseries are just absolutely beautiful. And this pond kind of reminds me of the one I used to have in my backyard, only it's got to be, much larger than the one I had, obviously. But very lovely. And they do have quite a few plants. I was looking for roses. I think I'm just a little bit late for roses. Nobody seems to have any. And I really don't want prepared flower pots. And that seems to be what most people are selling right now. It's just prepared, like these lavender trees are lovely, but it's not the sort of thing I would buy. I guess if you want to put it on your doorstep or something like that, they're quite lovely. The mandevilla plant would be nice as well to put on my trellis, but I'm planning to grow beans and peas this year. It would have been nice if I could have put a rose bush out the front of it and had it grow up on the trellis, but not happening, so that's fine. So they do have some unique plants here, some things that I haven't seen elsewhere, and I'm just relishing being in this environment. I'm always happiest when I'm in a greenhouse or a place where there's lots and lots and lots of plants. Still seeds available. In my mind, it's a bit late to be planting those seeds, but they're still available. Well, the last place I visit today is Dollarama, and I did completely forget to look for canning lids. Dollarama normally has canning lids. I don't think I spotted them, but sometimes they aren't always so visibly placed on a shelf where you can immediately see them. So either that or they ran out and don't have any. So, but yeah, kitchen supplies are still available for sale. I take that back. After reviewing this video, that first shelf there does have Bernardin lids. I just didn't spot them. And today I was specifically looking for a spice shaker so I could put some hot chili pepper and place it near my beans and peas and any other vegetable that the rabbits love to eat. I'm hoping that hot chili pepper will deter them from coming to my garden and let them go elsewhere. There's certainly many other places for them to feast and many other things for them to eat, and some people are more agreeable to having them in their garden than what I am. They can be absolutely destructive. So yeah, there's, as they say, kitchen supplies, cleaning supplies, any food that they have for sale, pet food, all of that is still available, and the odd hardware type, like light bulbs and things like that, are still available. The odd hairbrush and things of that nature, but only a few, are available. Everything else is under lockdown, so it's like bathroom supplies there, or bathroom specialties under lockdown. Bags and flowers and most things are closed, and it's getting a little bit tiresome, to say the least. So anyway, that's not much has changed at all. Still plenty of stock, still unable to buy anything. What's fairly unusual is that their garden section, one side you can buy things and the other side you can't, and don't understand that at all. Unfortunately, I think Dollarama would have lost out on their selling their garden supplies for the year. They normally would have sold just about everything that they had by this time, and this year they didn't get to sell any of it. So anyway, this is my little walk through Dollarama. As you can see, light bulbs are not you're not prevented from buying them. So, and some hardware, there's no sign saying that you can't buy these items. So, bit of a different world. Anyway, hopefully things will be back to normal fairly quickly. Okay, this is Tony from Her Homestead Skills. I hope you enjoyed this video, and in future we will have a few more videos in my garden, and I will probably show you how I look after my tomato plants specifically, for one thing, and hopefully we will see a productive garden, and obviously I will show you all my failures as well as my successes. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.